Well, how's it going? I'm back here again. Just doing a bit of a walk around here, walking around some of the fields here now to see what sort of damage trees down and what have you. Just here in the first field here now, we have a good lump of an ash tree down here in the corner. Good lump of a tree just cracked off there in the butt. You can see there's two pieces of it left up again, but the butt of that is all rotten there anyway. Like that's what a lot of the trees are now when they're falling. There seem to be the majority of trees that's down now is ash. Not an awful lot. I don't think there's much down in ours here, but anything you see around are to be ash trees, so it's probably the dieback is affecting them, rotting in the bush and things like that. But just looking around here, the grass is greening up a bit now. Last night we had a touch of frost. It was a bit of a grass frost there now. This morning now, getting out early. But yeah, like a sort of, we have it in our heads now to be going, getting out a bit of fertilizer. Probably go with urea, maybe half a bag or a touch less even, just to get the ball rolling. Get a bit of manure and fertilizer into the ground. Like grass is starting to green up everywhere. It's greening up reasonably well. So you'd like to have a bit of something out there just to, if it was going, to give it that little bit of a kick as well. But the thing is there, just looking there at the apps on the phone, sure everyone's a weatherman now, but just looking there, they're giving heavyish enough rain now along for the odd day along the week coming, so I don't know. Well, I sort of want to let that pass over anyway. I don't want to get too much rain anyway. It'll be washing off on it is bad enough getting it without letting it wash off as well. So urea, don't think we'll go down to protected urea there at the minute anyway. Conditions like it's cold and wet, so I don't see any advantage in using the protected urea there at the minute. Jeez. His throat is still a bit hippy. But the protected, yeah, I don't see any big advantage in using it there at the minute anyway. With the weather being the way it is, so I'd say you should get away without having to pay for the dear urea anyway. And sure, we'll be doing soil samples there now as well shortly there to just to see what way our P's and K's are going there in lime. I'd say we're sure look at, there'll be some wanting lime, and I doubt it now there's too much of it. There's not too much lime out around here anyway, so we'll have to. So there as well, yeah, we'd want to be getting the hedge cutter going here, but ground conditions are a bit sticky there still at the minute to try get a hedge cutter going there. It'll be alright for one pass, but 3 or 4 runs then it gets a bit mauly. We want to the likes of these fences, we want to straighten them up. As you see there, the bushes are starting to come out on them, blew down there with the wind. They wore up often fairly well. We used to be spraying along, and anything that was down low was away from the wire, but they blew over there now again. So we want to get a hedge cutter on the go and chop up all them, grind them down. We want to stick in a few stakes as well there, corner stakes and that, like, is be shook enough. They don't last forever anyway, and they're there a good while, but so yeah, like stakes, we're using the Clipex stakes, and sure seem to be getting on fairly well. So what's other people using there, sure drop it in the comments there what you're using and how you're getting on with them and how you find them. The creosote stakes, there's not even creosote anymore, I don't know what it is, but I believe they're not great. Some of them are just cracking off and things like that, so it's hard to know what way to go on the fencing for the stakes anyway. So yeah, just drop it in the comments there and what you're using and how you're getting on with them. Now just down in the next field here now, we've We have a nice bit of cover on this. It would have been saved up probably, stripped. Cattle would have been took off it there. Would have been the first that would have been stripped, because these would be the wettest fields now of ours down here. You see around there, like down the bottom of that. We don't have any trees down in this field, but down the bottom of that there, you can see the rushes there where they are. We had planned last year there on doing something about it, but the way the year worked out, so wet, we didn't get a chance to do it. Now this year it'll have to be sorted out, but you can hear they're walking along like it'd be squelchy enough around here. Like this wouldn't be early turnout ground now, even though there's a nice bit of cover on that there. Probably if you're in the dry land, you'd manage a turnout mid-February or something like that, but it's not. That's not great down here anyway. You'd get more bothered than you'd be bargaining for. So we'll go on over along here further. But here now the same, nice bit of cover on it as well. But it'll be the same story now as the last field. It'll be wet ground as well, so there's no point in looking at it as an early turnout place anyway. And this here is the same, nice pick on it as well. Starting to come on there as well. These wouldn't be as good as the last two now. This would have been some of the last to be grazed, so it's a bit less, more like the first field that we're in there. But you can hear it walking along. It'll be squelchy enough too. This ground down here, like you'd nearly want, you'd want 3 weeks fine weather anyway to bring it out of the winter anyway, to be fit to turn down cattle, and even at that. Now just in the sow down here now, that seems to have come through the winter fairly well. Looks good and thick there. Looking down into it as well, like it's good and thick. There's not a major amount of weeds through it that I can see there anyway that's going to cause any great problems. But yeah, it looks to be after coming through fairly well there anyway. It's greening up, it's a good green tinge off it there anyway. Looking down across it there, so yeah, happy enough with that now. Probably just goes to show that the rest of it wants to be tore up as well, like this. Now this will be a slightly bit of a drier field as well, but there'll be no harm to rip out some of the rest of it now, plough it up and get it reseeded, because that's out a long time as well, and being that sort of ground, it's inclined to get a lot of hardship, you know, when it comes anyway wet at all. It gets postled, and then once it's postled, then you have your locks there for the water to sit in, so it takes longer to dry out and everything. But yeah, sure, look, it's like what it's always said, reseeding always pays for itself. So yeah, this is looking reasonably well there anyway. So probably the plan for this is sort of down here. It doesn't suit to get down to do early grazing because of them other pieces, so you can't stay on it that long. Might get a dart of manure out on it there and get mowed early, get an early crop of silage off it, because I don't think we'll get to graze it before we'll save it up anyway. Just the type of ground. It's just that type of ground, like you do more harm now trying to get early grazing down here. Like it just doesn't work. And just going across here now, there's a tree down here as well, but no, down here now this piece of ground we fared out fairly well to that other big tree and this one here. Like hasn't been too bad. Few bits of bramble boughs and things shoved out there, and a few bushes shoved down onto fences. But other than that, we worked out reasonably well here. We worked out fairly well here anyway. So look at, we'll go a bit further again. I have a calf here now under the red lamp, trying to keep him a bit warm there. Born last night. She was one that we weren't really watching. She's back down the list there on the scanning. She's scanned there where the others was calving now. It was scanned at 17 weeks. She was scanned at 13. So in theory that'd leave her a month before her time. But look at that be only sort of a guide, like they could. I don't think that calf is a month too early anyway. I don't think it's a month early. They're just looking at it like seems to be, but don't know. It's hard to know what hope you'd have for it. Like, we're after getting it colostrum there from Dairy Farmer there beside us, and I got a couple of sachets of stuff there last night, so should be fairly okay on that front. But sure, look at, if it is that much early, it's hard to know. Now, she didn't come to her milk either, so could be a bit early, I suppose. Got her an injection. Look at whether he'll survive or not is another thing. But sure, look at, we may treat it as he's going to survive anyway. And chance her on. She's got the injection anyway, so she should come up on her milk anyway, hopefully. So look at whether this lad now comes, whether this lad makes a recovery now or not, it's hard to know, but lively enough, sort of half asleep there now at the minute. But look at, we'll give it a chance anyway, and sure, see what happens. That's the cow there. Like, she's in reasonable order enough, and you can see there she's no elder at all. But she's just here. She can get back there for water if she wants. So you see there, like, there's no elder at all with her. But look at. So anyway, she got that in the injection, so we'll chance her on anyway. Yeah, like we've ground with good cover and ground with little cover. Like, it all depends on when it was stripped there before cattle were brought in. But some of our wetter ground, like, we would have better cover, but like, there's no point in talking about that. It's just not early grazing. It's that sort of what the ground that we have here. It'll be heavy marl. You just won't get out on it. Now look at the last couple of wet years, it's not helping it either. It's after getting poached a bit there with the wet summers and that, so look, we're going to have to try plough up some of that, I'd say, maybe near the end of next year, sort of with the ploughing. You're without it for the year, so try maybe get some in the fall of the year there and get it that way. But look at, grass is coming on reasonably well there, like everywhere is greening up. I know we had a touch of frost there last night, but that'll slow it down a bit again. It'll give them cool nights, I think, along now for a while again. But yeah, and sure, look at the fertilizer plan, as I was saying there, I'll be hoping to get out with a bit of urea there, get going. But looking at the weather there, like, it's just not it's not been favourable there at the minute, in my view there anyway. Like, it's showing a good sup of rain, like there's days there with 10 and 12 mil of rain, so like, there'll be a good sup of rain when ground is already wet, so you will lose fertiliser in them instances. And sure, we want to do up a fertiliser plan there for the year as well. Going to have to sort out stock numbers and that now and see what are we allowed to use. It's it's gone very, very tight now on P, nitrogen and P anyway. K I think is still the same, you can use as much as you like. So we'll just have to get samples there, see what way we're going. I'd imagine probably some of our Ks have gone down because it generally would have went out with say an 18612 or something like that, 10-10-20. But being restricted now on the P's, I'd say we haven't had enough K going on. So look, we'll see, especially if ground is not getting dung in the slurry anyway. May watch that there and see him pull him back up. Work it over a couple of years anyway. You won't do it overnight. So yeah, sure, look, it's like no worse than anyone else, I presume. Everyone is in the same boat now. The minute ground is starting to get wet there after the frost and the snow there, like it has opened up the ground and wetted a good bit, so it's gone wet down into it. Look it, we go from there. I'm going to finish up the video here. Like, there's not really much point in other than that calf there. That's about the only thing that's a bit different. I'd say calving now from now on should pick up a gear. Like, I was expecting some of the cows there that was served with the bulls should be coming in, but they're that little bit later now again. Seemingly the ones that was AI now will be coming in short over the next few days. Like, they're due from now on for the next couple of weeks, so that should have a bit of a burst on there. There'll be something to be seen on that anyway, for see the cows. But like, other than showing feeding every day, I don't think is a bit too samey. We have to be getting fed up of it. Try to keep something different anyway. Waffling on a bit now in this one. So look, we'll finish up the video there now, and sure, thanks for watching. Sure, give us a like and a subscribe, and sure, we'll see you in the next one. Cheerio.